Hey friends, today we are checking into Disney's All-Star Sports Resort and I am so excited. This is actually the cheapest Disney resort on property and I want to show you around and share all of my experiences with you. We're gonna explore around the resort, check out all the cool themed buildings, hang out by the pool, try some of the food and have a beautiful All-Star Sports kind of day. Anywho's, let's go do this. This is actually a part of Disney's All-Star Value Resorts, and they're made to be a little bit more affordable, and they have three different themed resorts. You have All-Star Music, All-Star Movies, and All-Star Sports, and they're basically all the same, just with different theming, and sports is always the cheapest, and there's a lot of reasons why, but I'm excited to just give you a full tour and share my whole stay experience with you. I only paid $98 for this room tonight, and that's not bad compared to the prices of the other Disney resorts on property. And just because it's the cheapest doesn't automatically make it the worst. I mean, sure, I know there's a lot of reasons people don't like staying here, but I do think there's a lot of other unique and special things that you can only do if you stay at All-Star Sports. So I want to show you some of the pros and some of the cons. And now I think we're going to go put our stuff away. I'm going to give you a room tour and show you the sleeping accommodations, and then we're gonna head out and explore the resort. Here is a look at the map, and the resort is broken down by different sports categories. You have a surfing section over here, and then you've got the hoop section over here, which is a basketball themed area. I already showed you the football one when we were checking in, and then you have a tennis one over here, and they all have really cool icons on the staircases, and in the breezeway you can see gigantic basketballs, footballs. And look at the size of that basketball hoop over there. You can't actually play it because it's gigantic, but I love the theming, and it's just like this at music and movies, except for themed to different music and movies, and I love it. I think the All-Stars are a great value for, what you get. I think the coolest thing about staying at All-Star Sports is they have a McDonald's here. You can literally walk from your room to McDonald's in under 10 minutes. And if you're on a budget, it might be cheaper to feed a family at McDonald's compared to the quick service here at the resort. And I'm going to eat at both of them and compare the prices to let you know. And the McDonald's is a special McDonald's. It's the only one like its kind, and you can only find it here at Walt Disney World. Our room is on the third floor, and we're in the surfing building, and it looks like the main pool is actually closed. It's drained out, and I saw some construction workers in there earlier, so I don't know when that's gonna open back up, but I love the big gigantic shark fin as our icon here. And it's also cool to point out that they have elevators, so you don't actually have to climb the steps if you get on the third floor. And now I want to make our way to our room. It's really cozy here. I love all of the colors and the fishes. Look at them fishes. Because I went with the cheapest option, I got a regular view, but you can book a preferred view if you want. I kind of like my view, even though it's not the pool, but who wants to have that pool view when it's drained out like that? So I feel like this was a win no matter what. I think I honestly prefer the standard view, but here is the room, and we're staying in 6317, and these rooms just recently got renovated, so everything is brand new in here, and look at it, I like it. I do love the old silliness of Disney resort rooms with the pictures and the carpeting. These are very updated, and I did notice one really cool thing. They have an awesome headboard. Look at that. Mickey, Minnie, and Donald. I think that's really, really cool. And then I'm sure they have a nice mural inside this Murphy bed, because this drops down into a bed. So you can use it as a table during the day, and you can sleep on it at night. And then they have a nice little kind of kitchenette area over here. They have a coffee machine, an ice bucket, a nice little fridge down there. It's very cozy, and for $98, that's not bad at all. And then they also have a vanity area, so you can get ready while someone's using, the shower or the toilet. And everything's brand new. We even got soap. I love the Disney soap. I'll usually end up taking that home with me. But like I mentioned, this pulls down into a Murphy bed and it has a really cool headboard. So I wanted to show you guys, and it's pretty easy. You just move the chairs out of the way, just like that. And look at these chairs. Look at the pattern on these. Isn't that so fancy? It's definitely a pretty heavy chair. Holy moly. And this should just come right down. You don't have to fold this at all. Look at this. Oh. Hope I'm doing this right. Ah, look at that. You got Huey, Dewey, and Louie very peacefully sleeping. And now we get to just sit down, hang out, and watch some resort TV. Look at how cold it is here in Florida, 56 degrees. And now I think, like I said, we're going to go out, explore around, and check out everything All Star Sports has to offer. Look at that standard view. Honestly, you can't beat it. And if you are staying at any of the all-star resorts, you can always go visit the other themed ones, so we can walk to All-Star Music. It's probably only about 5-10 minutes, and you can even use their pools. I think you can pool hop here at All-Stars. So we'll see if we have time for that later on. I definitely want to go to McDonald's and get some chicken nuggets and then show you all of the other really cool food that they have at the quick service restaurants, the ones inside the resort. One of the reasons a lot of people don't like to stay at All-Star Sports is because they usually have a lot of cheerleading camps and competitions going on here. And it can be a little overwhelming if you're, a family on vacation. But you gotta admit, this is the best resort for them to stay at. Look at all of the cool sports icons they can take photos with. And usually there's a lot of them. Look at them, they're all practicing now. On the football field, actually, too. That's hysterical. And no hate on the cheerleaders either. Like I said, this is the perfect resort for them to actually stay at. And I think Disney should reimagine one of the other sports categories to cheerleading. I think it would be a big hit. But if you're a family coming down looking for a nice quiet vacation, I would look to see when the cheer competitions are going on or stay at a different resort. And that's not the only thing people, say is bad about staying here. I also hear stories about chaotic bus transportation because you have to go to All-Star Music, movies, and sports. But I talked to the front desk and they told me that they have direct buses that go from All-Star Sports to the actual parks, and it doesn't go to the other resorts. So I don't know if that's changed or not, but let me know in the comments if you have had any experiences while staying here at All-Star Sports. And now we're gonna make our way up and I'll show you the bus area and check out the lobby. We made our way up to the main lobby, and this is where you get buses to go to the parks. Inside the lobby, they have a nice little gift shop, a quick service restaurant, and I love all of the all-star lobbies. I think they're all so bright and vibrant, and this one has a beautiful skylight. Look at this in here. All the stars on the wall. That's the check-in area over there. Right here, like I said, this is the gift shop. It's Sports Goofy. Look at that. And then they have a restaurant all the way at the end over here. And like I said, we'll probably get something to eat there later on. I'm gonna have McDonald's for lunch and then probably come here for dinner. And then they also have an arcade right over here, a whole arcade. Isn't that crazy? Wow, I really like this skylight. It makes it look very, beautiful in here. Here's the end zone food court. And then right across the way, they have the Game Point Arcade. And this is a pretty big arcade, too. Holy moly. This is a massive arcade. Wow, that's kind of impressive. And they got a lot of cool machines. I wish they had more claw machines, though. I love playing claw machines in arcades. But if there's no claw machines, I love the massage chairs. These are my favorite. You could just hang out here and rock out to Guardians of the Galaxy. And like I said, we'll come back and check out the end zone food court later on. Outside here, they actually have the bar area. And this is where the main pool would be. But like I said, it's closed at the moment. Hey there, sports fans. We hope you are enjoying your stay. Please remember, quiet hours are between 11 p.m. and 7 a.m. I don't know if they're talking about the cheerleaders or the construction workers. It's really sad. I wanted to hang out by that pool today. It's a nice day for it. And here's the outdoor pool bar there. And then here's a quick map of the park. I know I showed you that before. We're staying right in this building right here, so it's close to everything. If you want, try to stay as close as possible to here. Some of these are a pretty long hike if you're trying to get food or come up to hang out in the lobby. And the bar is nice. I just don't know if I want to hang out here and listen to the construction at the moment, so it might be a little damper, but they got to repair and fix things. Construction happens, but I think this is the best time of the year for them to actually be redoing the pool because it's so cold here in Florida. So a lot of people aren't swimming. We went by the quiet pool earlier and nobody was there. So maybe we'll check it out later. Right now, I think I want to make my way to McDonald's. It's time to get a little lunch, and I want to show you how to get there. We'll go out to the front of the resort and I'll show you how close it is and show you the walk. Now the resort entrance is right here, and that's the main lobby, the big star there. And McDonald's is literally, I would say, about 2 minutes up the road right here on the right, and you can just walk over there and come back. Now I don't know if there's any sidewalks once you get on the other side of the security gate, but it's not that far from there. I would say maybe 100 steps. So we're gonna go over and get some chicken nuggets. Look, and I love all the Mickey signs too. Wow, I take that back. They actually have a pedestrian walkway that leads right to McDonald's from All-Star Sports. You can see right there, that's the All-Star Resort sign. And then here is the McDonald's. I can see the golden arches from here. And then all you do is walk up here to the corner, and they have a crosswalk that takes you right over to McDonald's. This is so convenient, and it only took about 5 minutes. Now, I do have to say, overall, I'll probably always want to have the Disney Resort food, but if you're on a budget, McDonald's can be a little handy. I remember growing up, my mom would take us to McDonald's every Tuesday because they had Kids Eat Free, and all she had to do was buy a couple chicken nuggets. She got to feed her whole entire family, and I got to play around in the playground area, and I loved it. Eventually, she started threatening me, if you don't behave, you're not going to McDonald's. So I kind of a little nostalgic about it, and it's fun that it's next to a Disney resort. This is the only McDonald's on Disney World property, and I even hear they offer a cast member discount, but that's not what makes it so cool. What makes it cool is that it's run off of solar power. It's actually an eco-friendly McDonald's. They have green walls and exercise equipment. Look at all of these panels up here. Isn't that so cool? And it's awesome that you see the signs over there that say Epcot and Magic Kingdom. And I don't know if the price of the food is different here because it's on Disney property. If it's more expensive than your regular McDonald's, but we'll find out. We'll take a look-see. Thank you. Oh, wow. It looks very fancy in here. Look at those high ceilings. And it looks a little busy. Everything's all just mobile ordering, where you just come up and order like this. Let's see what we got here. I don't know how to work it. Skip login. I should get some points, though. All right. So I guess we'll see how much a Big Mac meal is. $6.79. Oh, wait. Nope. It's $12.19. So if you get a Big Mac with a large Coke and French fry, I think your total will be $12.19. That's not a bad deal. I'm looking for the dollar menu, and I'm not seeing any dollar menu items on here. What happened? I used to get a double hamburger for $1. Now it looks like a double hamburger is $3 or $4. Let me see. Just a plain double hamburger, not the Big Mac. Oh yeah, it's $3.99. What happened to the McDaily double? I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I think McDonald's is changing. This is not the McDonald's I remember. What is going on right now? I feel like I'm in an airport, and I don't know if these are just little fun games you can play around with. What is this? It's a bunch of symbols. Oh, did it switch around? It's they're puzzles, so you can play some puzzles or draw. Oh wow, that's kind of cool. And don't get me started on this armadillo here. I don't even know what he does, but it brings me to a jungle safari. Oh, you get to paint it. Oh, that's kind of cool. Now I remember doing stuff like this at McDonald's when I was a kid. Wow, this is but on iPads and stuff. This is so fancy. Oh, well, this is such a colorful armadillo. I always wanted to see a blue armadillo. Oh my lord, once you get done painting your little critter, it gets to walk around with all of its new colors. Now we can do a kangaroo. I've always wanted to see a red kangaroo. Look at this. Wow, it actually just looks like a kangaroo. Well, that's got to be one of the most unique McDonald's I've ever been to, and definitely not what I grew up on. I feel like kids now have iPads, and we had ball pits with Band-Aids in them, and I got a Big Mac extra value meal, and it cost $12.19. So that's the Big Mac, the French fries, and the soda for $12. And then I also got a Happy Meal for $7.59. Chicken nuggets, because I usually get chicken nuggets with my meal anyway, and I wanted to compare. So when we go and check out the food at All Star Sports, I want to see how much a kid's meal is, and then how much a burger meal is. And I wonder what the toy is. I'm kind of excited. I haven't had a Happy Meal in a long time. Apple slices. I thought that was the toy at first, but that's an added benefit. Wow. Holy moly, this is the tiniest McDonald's French fry I think I've ever seen. Look at this little thing. The apples are bigger than that, but I like that they give you more than one option. And then we got our little chicken nuggets here, some buffalo sauce. Oh, and then this is the toy. Oh, look at this. It's a changeable toy. Changeables. Never seen that. It's in a box too. Wow. Remember when we used to have toys in our cereal? I don't think bring that back out. Well, this is kind of cool. I've never seen a toy like this before. They're definitely stepping up their game. Oh well. Well, I'm gonna cherish this forever, and now I'm gonna eat some nuggies. And I always like to get buffalo sauce. A little buffalo sauce with my spicy chicken nuggets. Here we go. Oh, look at that. There we go. And look at how fancy this is. They have a nice little outdoor eating area here. So cheers to chicken nuggets. Little dunkity dunk. Can't go wrong with McDonald's. It's reliable, it's safe. And look at that French fry. The toy is actually bigger than the French fry itself. And like I said, I really like it here. It's such a nice, cozy McDonald's. And I think we're going to start making our way back to All Star Sports. It's literally right there. I can see some of the rooms from here. Well, now that we got our McDumpy fix, I want to go check out the pool area. Like I mentioned, the main pool is closed, but they still have another pool over by the baseball area. And if the water is warm enough, I might go for a dip. I know it's 50 degrees out, but I think they keep their pools pretty warm here, and I wouldn't mind swimming around. That's one of my favorite things about hanging out at a resort. And then we're going to grab dinner over at the food court and just take in all of the resort activities. They have a really cool baseball field themed pool. Look at this, we're actually standing on home base right here. And I didn't even show you guys much of the baseball section. I actually like it the most with the bats and the balls. And this pool isn't their main pool, it's the quiet pool, but that's because the other one is closed at the moment. But I hear they're offering golf cart rides to the other all-star resorts if you want to go hang out by one of the big pools. And they have a nice little grassy area over here where you can, kind of play some sports. I mean, I think, the ability to play sports at an all-star sports resort is kind of important. Look at it over here. I've got a little cornhole. I think that's a sport, cornhole. Oh wow, look at how many cheerleaders are here too. Holy moly. I think this is the crowdedest I think I've ever seen it actually over here. This is the biggest. Wow. This must be a huge cheer competition, and good luck to all of the squads out there. I don't think I've ever seen this many cheerleaders at one resort before, and it definitely makes me feel like Disney needs to make a cheerleading section of All-Star Sports. I think it would be such a success. Now I think we'll go and make our way over to All-Star Music. I want to see what it's like to take the golf cart and maybe check out their pool so you can just see what the pools are like at the All-Star Resort, since the one here at Sports is closed. Holy moly, look at that. They have a golf cart on standby, and they're using this to take people over to the other resorts. They even have a sign that says transportation for surfboard bay pool refurbishment. Please notify a recreation cast member once ready for your return to Disney's All-Star Sports. That's kind of cool, kind of fancy. Oh, here we go. Look at the big old Coca-Cola. This is great, actually. Disney knows how to take care of their guests. Chauffeur service to pools. We made it to music. There it is. That's really relaxing. Thank you, sir. It was a nice ride. How awesome is that? They literally just drive you right up to the resort. And I could have went to All-Star Movies too if I wanted, but I just want to show you the pool. And if you guys want me to come stay here, let me know in the comments. Maybe we'll come back and do a little All-Star music staycation. I have to say, I really think I like All-Star Music's pool better than sports. I love all of the theming in here. You got the 3 caballeros over there. And you can come and, like I said, use it if you need to. 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. it's open to. So as long as you're staying at All-Star Resorts, you get to use any of the pools. Look at their little, restroom over here. This is cozy, too. They got a fire pit with some chairs. A nice big silver star. And like I said, it's basically all the same. Look at this. They got the outdoor pool. It's just all about the theming. Well, now that I showed you a little bit of the All-Star Music pool, I was going to go for a dip, but I think it's way too cold out. I think we're going to make our way back to All-Star Sports, but let me know if you guys want me to do a staycation at Music and Movies next, because I think I like doing this kind of series, and I think it's about time to get a little din-din, and still want to explore around a little bit. I'm trying to get the most out of that $98 tonight. We made our way back to All-Star Sports, and I want to head on into the cafeteria food court and see about getting a little dinner, but it looks like it's getting busy here. Bob and weave. I hope it's not busy in the end zone food court. Oh, wow. The doors open up automatically. Oh, it doesn't look too busy in here. I mean, it's definitely not as busy as I thought it was going to be from what we saw on the outside, but I'm not too sure what to get, so we'll check out the menu. It looks like they have a little bit of everything. We've got some mojo roasted chicken, beef and vegetable stir fry, some cheese pizzas. Look at this right here, a nice little citrus basil salmon. That sounds fancy. And then they've got jerk barbecue chicken strips up there, a nice big foot-long hot dog. And I don't know, maybe we'll just dive on in and see what we can get. Look at it in here, and it's kind of all like cafeteria style. They have different stations. So you got the dessert station, and then this is, oh, today's special's a meatloaf dinner. Oh, I'm getting a meatloaf dinner. Wow, okay. I'm definitely not getting anything from over there. Okay, I'm gonna hop in line to get the meatloaf, but I do want to show you a price comparison to like a burger meal, and I'm gonna get a kid's meal so that we can see how much a kid's meal is compared to a Happy Meal. I just want to get some meatloaf. I'm a big fan of meatloaf. But of course, we gotta check out the sweet treat situation here. And they got a lot of good stuff in the bakery case here. A nice coffee cake, look at that. Oh, it looks delicious. Oh, and they have a peanut butter and jelly croissant down here. That looks very fancy. I might get the peanut butter and jelly croissant for like a little dessert, but also they've got some good cinnamon rolls. Look at this Mickey cinnamon. I like how they have the little case here so you can really get a good look at it. I don't know. I feel like I might get full on meatloaf, but I still need to save some room for a sweet treat at least. The food court is definitely busy, and I suggest if you plan on eating there to use the mobile ordering function because you have to wait in line. Unfortunately, I picked something that wasn't on the mobile ordering, and that's the meatloaf dinner. Today's special. Look at that. You get a lot of food, and this costs $15. And I checked to see how much a burger was with fries, and that is $15, and that does not include a drink. So McDonald's definitely wins when it comes to the price. price, but you know, this is like a nice hearty meal for $15. Like, I think that's pretty good. So we're gonna dive on in. I got a kids meal too, so I'll let you know what that is after we try this meatloaf. It looks really, really good. I love meatloaf, and I love mashed potatoes and carrots. It normally comes with green beans, but they said I can have carrots instead, and I like it. Gonna just get a little bit of everything in one bite. To the meatloaf, look at that. Num. The meatloaf is actually amazing, and I'm glad that we tried it. I know that it's more expensive than a Big Mac value meal, but I'm sure this is way better nutritional, and it tastes better too. But if times are tight, you know, you got to stretch that dollar, and I really like the carrots. The carrots are phenomenal. The whole dish is just like a perfect, like, kind of comfort home-style meal. Meatloaf at All Star Sports. I like it. Now, the kids meal, I ended up paying $8, $8.75, and I got the sesame chicken, and this is it. This is all you get. 3 little chicken nuggets and rice and peppers and onions, and this is way more expensive than a Happy Meal, and all the kids meals were around $8 to $9. You do get a beverage, but you don't get a side with this. It still looks really good, so I'm excited, and it's probably a lot better for you than a Happy Meal. I mean, really, not really. The Happy Meal had apple slices in it. This literally just has fried chicken coated in sauce. I'm sure this isn't any better than a chicken nugget Happy Meal, but I'm gonna give it a go. I do like the sesame chicken, but I'm just thinking, like, that's really not a lot for almost $10. Literally, like, they could at least give you 4, like, chicken breasts. At least McDonald's gives you 4 nuggets in the Happy Meal, but the sauce is good, the rice and the peppers is good, and you can get this as, like, a full adult entree. I just wanted to show you some of the other offerings, and I'm glad we got to try it. I was gonna eat my food in the food court, but it was way too loud in there. So instead, I decided to eat off of a fire hydrant. I think that's what we're on right now. I'm eating off of a fire hydrant. I like that it says Walt Disney World there, and it has the old Walt Disney World logo, but I don't even know if this is a fire hydrant. I'm not too sure what this is. I hope it's not a sewer line or something. I got my meatloaf and chicken all up on it. But as I enjoy my meatloaf, I'm starting to think I should have gotten a sweet treat while I was up there, because I was like, oh, maybe I'll wait till later, but I kind of really want one now. The meatloaf is my favorite thing out of the meal. Like I said, the sesame chicken, it's okay, but this is something I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting it to like it this much. And I'm gonna finish up, and then we're gonna make our way back up to the front of the park, the front of the resort, and just hang out and see if there's any cool nighttime activities. And maybe they're gonna have a fire, and maybe we could roast some s'mores. That could be my dessert. Oh, I just spit out some meatloaf. Surprisingly though, once you get a little bit away from the main lobby, it's pretty quiet here. This is like very relaxing walking through this area. I don't even know where we are. Is this, oh, we're kind of near the Hoops Hotel. So this is where the basketball area is. And this is like a standard view. Honestly, I think the standard views are better than the preferred views. And I think, like I said, we're going to make our way back up front, and I'm going to see if they're doing a little campfire. They usually have a fire, and they give out free marshmallows, so we can get a little s'mores action going on. I'm really bummed that we haven't been able to hang out by the pool. Whenever I stay at a resort, I love to go swimming, but it's way too cold. They had a hot tub here. I might hang out in the hot tub, but that pool water's got to be in the 80s or 90s, especially on a night like this. Oh, it does look like they got the fire pit going. Oh, let's go roast some s'mores here. It also looks like somebody's having a pizza party. I think the marshmallows are free, but if you want to buy a kit, you have to pay extra. Oh yeah, right here. Mickey's S'mores kit. $7, that's not too bad. Oh, I might get a $7 s'more. You guys know I had to get the s'mores kit, so I'm going to toast the marshmallow, and then we're going to build ourselves a little Mickey s'mores. You got to make sure not to let it catch on fire. I like my marshmallow burnt, but I don't want it to catch on fire, so I got to do it very fast and quick. Oop, oop, oop. In the s'mores kit, you get your little Mickey, and this kind of is like a shortbread or a cookie, and then you got chocolate, but they give you a big marshmallow too. Look at this. You can actually make it like a full marshmallow sandwich. I still use the freebies because I, didn't think it was going to look like that, but now I might as well build it. I got to build my Mickey s'more. I do have to say, for $7, at least they make it really special. Look at that. Ooh, it kind of smells like cinnamon sugar, maybe? I don't know. I wonder if it tells you what the cookie is on the back there. Marshmallow, cornstarch. I think these are all just the ingredients. It says graham crackers, so maybe it is a Mickey graham cracker. I'll find out when I take my first bite. Ears first. Oh, let me show you the other side, though. Look at it. That's the way. Ears first. That actually might be one of the best s'mores I've ever had in my life. And it's more like a cookie, not like graham cracker crumbs. And I like it a lot. And we'll get a nice little sunset. A nice little sunset with a s'more. Please pardon our pixie dust. To be honest, I probably would pay $98 just to hang out here, eat marshmallows all day, and relax. I mean, for the price, you can't beat it. And if you're a person that comes to the resorts and spend most of your time in the parks, it's basically just a bed, I would stay here all the time, honestly. Now, if you want to do something fancy and really take in on all the resort amenities, I don't think they have many to offer here, but they do got some pretty good s'mores, so I like that. Enough of this s'more business. I want to come check out the gift shop, see if they got any cool all-star like resort merchandise. They got a lot of 2026 stuff here though. Oh, and I like how they have like sports jerseys in here. Look at Goofy's locker. Well, that's really cool theming. Oh, and they do have all-star stuff. They got all-star shirts and hats and ears. They even have like a sweatshirt down there. Look at that. That's kind of cool. And a lot of other really good stuff in here. One thing I always like to show is the sundry station. I didn't even know what that word meant until I came to Disney. But that's where they have like Advil and a lot of other things you might need, You never know what you might need while you're at a Disney resort. Oh yeah, look at this. Wow, they got everything here. Medicine, combs, makeup, razors, dental floss, deodorant, Advil. You need the Advil. Even some Vicks Vapor Rub. Well, now that we got to check out the gift shop, I think I'm just going to call it a night. Like I said, I feel like I got $98 worth of value. My glasses are fogging up. I'm sweating and freezing at the same time. Florida is just crazy with the weather. But overall, like I said, the experience was definitely worth the value. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the resort. And if you would pay $98 to stay here, or do you think you would rather splurge and, spend like $150, $200 for one of the moderate resorts. And I'll also see about maybe doing some more value resorts and just giving you guys a look around. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it, and we'll see you next time. Bye!